Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1965 to 1974 Royal Mercury vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. The reason why I don't know the exact date on this is because it was merged into another company in Japan during that time frame, and the site that I use just shows the date range. It doesn't show the actual date based on the serial number, but if you want to do your own research, the serial number is right here. It's 2685645. Up top are the margins, and you just push them down and move them like this, and I'm going to set that one on 0 and this one on 70. That's about the length of a page. And this is a support arm that flips up from the back to support the page upright. And this is the paper bale that sits on top, holds the page down. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch forward 1, skips 1.5, 1 more, skips 2. So this has half spaces, kind of rare. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. That's what happens when you hit 2 keys at once. They get stuck like that. So that was an operator error, not a machine error. So let's try that again. Really nice typing machine. Very popular model, very pretty color. It's fun to use, compact, and it has this lid that snaps on top of it so you can carry it around and move it around, store it, whatever you want to do. To pull the page out easy, you just flip this switch back right there and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. You got to make sure you flip that back down before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this back down for now. Shift on each side and the shift lock on the left. To clear that, you just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side. That works good. Margin release on the left. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that stops you from hitting the platen, so that key only goes up about halfway. And if you hit the margin release, it'll unlock that, allowing you to get past that block. This is your color selector on the right side here. So if you have it all the way down, it just prints the top portion of the ribbon. If you have it all the way up, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. And you can see the way the vibrator goes up. It just goes up much higher when you have it on red. When you have it all the way down, it doesn't go up as high. So that works good. If you have it in the middle, it doesn't go up at all. So it just doesn't print at all. We're going to keep that on the bottom so it prints the top portion, even though we have a solid black ribbon. Just a little bit less wear and tear than having it always jump up as high as it can go. So we'll keep that down. This is your touch control. Goes from low to high. Right now we have it all the way down, but if you go up higher, it just loads the tension. When you hit the keys, they respond faster, but you have to hit them harder. Remove the hood, your ribbons, and your spools and your ribbon. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you just move these forks. You push it to either side, but if you push it towards the front, it'll start pulling to the left counterclockwise. That works good. We're going to keep it pulling to the right. And this top supposed to have these stoppers, so it clicks in there, and it's just kind of detached. And I'll have to just put new ones in, or just leave it the way it is. It still sits good, it just doesn't snap in. Not a big deal. This is your carriage release. You only got one on this model, on this right side. That works good. And so on the line space indicator, you can go all the way down and it'll disable the spacing altogether. But if you have it on 1, 2, 1.5, or 2, it has the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. That works good. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.